Shake it, baby. Oh yeah, shake it, shake it, shake it.
I guess, yeah, fighting-wise, like I obviously wanted to get back in there.
Yeah.
I mentioned about being very active. I still want to be active. Just got to get a few things looked at. Obviously, a few bumps and bruises. See how that goes. Talk to the UFC, and we'll make it happen.
Anyone you
But I
have?
definitely want to fight. I'm definitely fighting again this year. The question is, am I doing 2 more?
Oof.
So you think the fight? Oh wow! Is that AI or is that real? Right?
No, that's real. He gets fat.
There's no way that's AI, though. I don't click on the picture, Rob. I mean, I knew he put on weight, but that's a lot of weight right there.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That looks like a real photo.
That's not his brother or like a relative, or that's him?
No.
I'm not being funny. Can you see if that's actually him, Rob?
Ugly as.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Chandler wanted to fight, but he was just like, sometimes, Henry, you know, like when you're in the fight and you get kicked or you get punched, each time you get hit, you make a conscious decision in your head, like, was that shot bad enough to discourage me for coming forward?
This dude is a scrappy human being, man. He scrambles and everything. He's only got better. And not just that, he is a big 55er, bro. He looks like a welterweight in there.
Chandler just, every time he came forward, Paddy threw something, Chandler would get discouraged. And it frustrated me because I know how much power this man has and I know how good he is. Hats off to Paddy the Baddy. Not the most polished striking, still making a lot of errors, but he makes up for it with his grappling. He's really, really top level. When he gets on top of you, he wears guys out.
He was also able to take down the NCAA Division I All-American Michael Chandler. He put a beating on him.
We have to put some respect on his name.
Yeah.
He said he wants Dustin Charles. I don't know about Charles. Ahmed.
I don't count him out in any of those fights.
Do you think Paddy deserves a title shot, or he's not ready to face somebody like Islam?
Paddy's ready to face anybody. His credentials, his winning record in the UFC, and his hype. If they give him the next title shot, he deserves it. Is he worthy? Yes. And he's got a whole England behind him, and most of America will be behind.
Yeah.
He has a lot of fans.
Со стороны Ислама, Ислам уже 2 раза давал шанс чемпионов 66. Оба раза Ислам выиграл. Сейчас 3-й раз ему давать. Ну хорошо, представим. Топурия переходит, перешел и дерется сразу за пояс. Ислам его выиграл. Потом Топурия дерется еще один бой. Он еще раз проигрывает. То есть он вообще никем не был в 155. Исламу тоже немного осталось. Если так посмотреть, Исламу скоро 34 будет. Но Ислам тоже хочет драться не с Топурией и с Волкановски, или который вышел на замену с Майканом. Ислам хочет драться с большими именами, которые заслуживают. Как бы ничего личного нет, но, пожалуйста, если ты переходишь вес, заслужи, и у нас примерно вот такая позиция.
I told you a crazy Dana story.
You did. You
didn't tell him a lot.
No, I didn't.
No, I saw one time, I'll never forget, where I saw Dana White, like early UFC days. This is one of the crazy, this is like really what taught me about like etiquette and just like how to treat like people when you want to make them feel like extra special when they least expect it. Like I remember I saw Dana White tip this girl who was just like super engaged with him at the bar, just like, you know, like just being a great, just being a great like human being of service in that moment. And Dana White, this is years ago, like probably 2014, he tipped this girl $15K.
Just like that. No reason.
Because she was like, I want to be a photographer, and he's like, well, $15K should get you everything that you would want, and she
cool.
was floored. So shout out to Dana White. That was one of the best things I've ever seen. Since then, I tip crazy.
You do?
Yeah. If I order like Uber Eats, I tip like $5.
You have to.
Orders like $40.
Wait, 5,000?
No, like 500.
100? Still, bro. Damn. You know what's crazy?
Shout out to all my Uber Eats drivers. You already know who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know me too. They hit me like in the chat shit.
I thought he was a featherweight GOAT before the fight. This only furthers that thought. I think that a guy that can beat Aldo, beat Max Holloway, beat the rest of the guys that he's beaten challenge Islam in the way that he did in fight number one, hands down is one of the greatest fighters of all time. And Saturday was just a reminder that if he's not in there with all world killers, he's going to win. That's all he's done. I don't know how many guys, Chael, between 145 and 155. Who would you choose? Who would you choose to fight Islam Topuria and not be 0-3? I'll give you this though. Give me someone that you would say would be 1-2 against Islam and Topuria in 3 fights.
Does it give you hope, though, that Volkanovski is saying, like, I do want to fight him, I like that he's undefeated, and I want to...
I believe that if we ask Volkanovski, he will fight because he's real champ. But we don't know if UFC need it.
Why do you think they're not just, like, more excited? Do you think it's because you haven't finished anyone in the UFC yet? Do you think that's what's holding you back?
I don't know, maybe because the only thing they can talk is just I have no finish, so...
Yeah. It's literally the only thing that can be.
Yeah.
We just want to ask you about some of the other results on UFC 314. What did you think of Yair Rodriguez versus Pitbull?
I think it was like the best fight of Yair Rodriguez forever, and with with Pitbull, he's a dangerous opponent. It was a good fight, but I don't think that's enough to fight for the title again, because he have chance and he just skip it, right?
Yeah. Do you think he's just hoping he'll get the title shot because the timing with the Mexico card?
Yeah, if you want to fight for the title, you have to beat me first, and then you'll deserve it.
What about John Silva and Bryce Mitchell? John Silva's calling for a title shot as well. 5 fights in the UFC.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe they will give it to him. I don't know. But like I said, if you have contender who deserve it more than I, just let me test him.
I realize the official tale is to be told that Ilia vacated the title. I am aware that that's how we need to tell this as fight fans. But if you weren't told that as fight fans, you just went and looked at what happened, you would have no choice but to realize he was stripped. There was nothing about the way that played out, including the fact that he was no longer champion. He was no longer champion on Saturday night when the bell rang. Are you aware of that? It might seem like a small detail, but if you look at what happened, he was stripped. Now, they've all decided to go along to get along and use the word vacated, and it does matter. It matters to the fighters. For whatever silly reason, I'm just sharing that it does matter. I'm not willing to play along. He didn't vacate that belt. Ilia got stripped.